What did Tamika wear on your wedding
Oh,
day?
she's gonna smack you if you get this one wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Red and black
Lingerie?
lingerie.
Oh, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying now.
We weren't asking that. You can file for your citizenship 90 days before the 5-year anniversary of you getting your green card. You're not living in the United States. And then they're going to turn you around. May even hold you in jail. So, they have
you'll get me out, right?
Well, I will get you out, I promise you.
Yep, I'm cooking up curry chicken right now and burger rice. We just supposed to know burger rice.
Of course. It's going to be cooking with bread and squeeze sugar.
Maybe we'll come down to Jacksonville, Florida. She can cook for us, and we can help her with all her little problems right over the table.
If you want to get your immigration questions answered on Skype, or if you want to find out if you're ready for your bona fide marriage interview with our all-new Bratified Marriage segment, just call 1-800-529-5465 and ask for one of our producers. That's 1-800-529-5465.
Brad and Squeeze. Well, no, not the Brad and Squeeze Show. Today, the Brad Sans Squeeze Show, a special Friday edition of Brad Sans Squeeze. For those who speak French, Brad without Squeeze. Squeeze on his way back to Jamaica. He was supposed to join us via Skype in Jamaica, but because of technical problems, whatever those may be, because that's all I know. I get an email from him this morning. I have technical problems, and I emailed him back, what are your technical problems? And all I know is that the plane arrived late in Kingston, so unfortunately, he was unable to join us here this morning, which is good news for people who like to get their immigration questions answered. Excellent news, because now I really don't have anybody to talk to, so we're going to be able to answer as many immigration questions as you have. The bad news is if you love Squeeze, you don't get to see him today. Too bad. But you'll see him at 12 o'clock because he's going to be back via Skype from Kingston, Jamaica at 12 o'clock. So if you are going to be suffering all weekend and saying, wow, I can't live without seeing Squeeze all weekend, don't worry. You will get a chance to see him at 12 o'clock via Skype. In the meantime, I am live. It is Monday, what's today? November 3rd, I believe. And 1 second here, my Facebook just went down, so I just want to make sure that we're on Facebook here. I assume we are. And the telephone number to call to get on our show is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. I wish I could dance for you. It would be very entertaining. I can't dance. I wish I could sing for you. I can't sing for you. What I can do for you is answer your legal questions right now if you call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, says, yes, we all love Squeeze. Carol, you will get to see him at 12 o'clock. And good morning to Most Blessed Diane. Abram Hines, good morning. Dane Williams from Atlanta, all our regulars, good morning to everybody. And we will be answering your immigration questions. 1-800-529-5465. We have Stanley on hold from Staten Island. Stanley, hang in there for 1 minute. We're going to be getting to you in about 1 or 2 minutes or so. And we have Kelly Ann from Brooklyn also on hold. I have 10 open lines. Trust me when I tell you, I am literally in an empty studio. It's either me talking to nobody or me talking to you. So give us a call right now at 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. I got my pocket square. I took my tie off for the day because I had a tie on. I had the tie on. But then when I heard Squeeze wasn't coming, I'm like, wow, this is going to be a lot of work. I don't want to be strangled here. It's going to be a lot of work to talk for 1 straight hour and have nobody to talk to. So I went tieless today. 1-800-529-5465. Quickly, what's going on in the news before we get to Stanley and Kelly, and we have 12 open lines. And by the way, let me also say that we are heard live. We are heard live on WVIP 93.5 FM in the New York metropolitan area. We are heard live at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein on Facebook. And you just have to go on Facebook and just type in Spar and Bernstein. We are heard live on Facebook at Brad H. Bernstein. Just type in my name, Brad Bernstein. We are also live on David Squeezaniki's page, Link Up Media, USA Credit Repair. You can listen on WVIP, and it's great to listen on WVIP, but if you want the full experience, you want to be able to see us, you want to be able to talk with us, then the answer is go to Facebook right now. And at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, at David Squeezaniki, Brad H. Bernstein, USA Credit Repair, etc., etc., etc. And the telephone number right now is 1-800-529-5465. And by the way, Carol Anderson, the Tiger, says we love you too, Brad. Thank you very much, Carol. I appreciate that. And good morning to Tamika and everybody else who is watching right now. Simona Davis says it is not such a good morning. Why? Why, Simona? What's the problem? What's going on with Simona today? Maybe she should call and tell us her problems. Maybe we can help. You never know. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to get on the radio. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to call to get on Facebook. Have everybody on Facebook hear your questions and issues. And by the way, if you can disguise your voice, nobody knows who you are. You can, you know, yesterday we had the Prince of Bel-Air call us. We had Scorpion call us. We had Wycliffe Jean call us. So, you know, we have lots of people call and change their names around. Nobody cares who you are, but we're certainly going to be able to help you as best as we can. Quickly in the news, let's see what's going on. You want to talk about yeah, why not? Let's talk about the news a second. House Republicans passed the largest U.S. tax code yesterday, tax cut, reducing corporate taxes 35 to 20% and reducing people's tax brackets, except if you live in New York, especially if you live in New York City and you make over $1 million, your taxes are going to go up. And most everybody's taxes are going to go up in New York or any state that has high property taxes or high state taxes, because the deductions for the taxes that you pay in state will not be able to be deducted in your federal taxes. The way that I understand it, and I'm far from a tax expert, I'm going to tell you everything that I was told and how I understand it. I could be wrong, but how I understand it is that this tax cut has to be tax neutral. I mean, has to be revenue neutral, which means that they are cutting taxes for one group of people, such as big corporations, but somebody else has to cover their lost revenue from the corporate tax cut. So where is it coming from? It's coming from people who live in states with high local and state taxes, because your local property taxes and your state taxes are not going to be able to be written off your federal taxes. So, you know, states like New York, states like California, where there is a big social safety net and people pay state taxes and local property taxes for school districts and a big social safety net. Those are the people, you know, the middle class, the upper middle class, the wealthy, they're going to get socked because they are not going to be able to write off their property taxes, their state taxes. And also, moving forward, I understand if you buy a home, you're only going to be able to write off up to $500,000 in your mortgage interest. So you can only write off interest up to $500,000. People who currently own their homes will be up to $1 million. Why is that so exciting? It really isn't, except it just goes to show that when you say there's a tax cut, it's really not a tax cut. What it is we're taking money from one group, we're giving it to another group, and then that money that goes to the other group has to be made up by the group that we're taking the money from. So it's really not a tax cut, it's a tax, what is it? What's the guy, you know, that's on the street and they move the shells around? The shell game guy, I don't know, you know, and they like, guess where the ball is? That's what this tax cut is. It's like, yeah, let's move the shells around, and whoever has the ball gets a tax cut, and whoever doesn't have the ball, their taxes go up. But we're going to say in the newspaper, it's a tax cut for everybody, because yes, in certain areas on your tax papers, you're going to get a tax cut, but in other areas, you're going to increase. And really, the bottom line is, what is that number on the bottom line? And people in New York and California, most likely, unless you are in the lowest tax bracket, are going to be paying higher taxes. And it's going to cause, mark my word, in New York and California and other high social safety net states, it's going to cause real estate to go down because people aren't going to want to go move into those states and pay the taxes. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, our great president, Donald J. Trump, did a wonderful job for the New York City terror suspect by tweeting he should get the death penalty. Now, when I saw that tweet as an attorney, I woke up in the morning and that was like the first thing I saw. I said, what a moron. What an absolute moron. Because if I'm his defense attorney, you know what I would be doing? Donald J. Trump. Now we know this guy is guilty. Okay? Everybody saw him. Everybody saw that he's guilty. Everybody knows he's guilty. Okay? And Donald Trump says, give him the death penalty. Give him the death penalty. But you know what he does when he says that? As a defense attorney, you know what I would be doing for this terror suspect? Now, not that I would represent him, and I wouldn't represent him, but if I were his attorney, what I would be going into court and I would be saying, he can't get a fair trial. The President of the United States just tweeted to 40 million people he should get what his punishment should be before we even step foot in court. We can't get a fair trial in the United States of America. He should never have a trial. It's unfair. Now, I don't know a judge who's going to throw that case out, but he certainly has, for that reason, because, but he has certainly made it substantially harder for the prosecutors to get an easy and fast conviction. So here he is tweeting, the justice system is slow. Well, guess what, DT? You just made it slower. Congratulations. By tweeting he should get the death penalty to 40 million people and having defense attorneys go in now into a courtroom and say, he can't get a fair trial. The President of the United States already tried him on Twitter, and the President of the United States on Twitter said he should get the death penalty before we even walk into court. Come on, DT. So now, just ironically, has nothing, DT, Donald Trump's Twitter account, was briefly vanished from the internet this morning. Yesterday, it was not this morning. It was yesterday around 7 o'clock, right around the time that I left work and went to the bar to get a beer. Right around that same exact time that Squeeze left work, and we don't know where he went. Around 7 o'clock, Twitter account for Donald Trump was deleted. And apparently Twitter's explanation is, through our investigation, we have learned this was done by a Twitter customer support employee who did this on his employee's last day. We were conducting a full interview. Basically, some guy who quit Twitter said, I'm going to screw Twitter and I'm going to screw Donald Trump and I'm going to delete his account and we'll see what happens, because it was his last day of work. So that's quite funny and ironic. Made me laugh when I saw that. All right, so that is the news of the day. We have some other news. Some guy was accused of a $95 million fraud. Some really beautiful lawyer in Australia. Oh, this is a good one. Let's do the beautiful lawyer in Australia. That's always good. So there's this beautiful lawyer, blonde lawyer in Australia. There she is, pretty beautiful woman. She wakes up one morning and finds $19 million in her bank account. And her name is Claire Wainwright, and she's a lawyer from Sydney, Australia. Woke up on October 25th and discovered $19 million in her account, and her mortgage completely paid off. Her bank, the National Australia Bank, transferred the $19 million into her account, and and it came from a different bank, which I'm not sure which bank it came from, but despite both banks being contacted by her about the error, to this day, the money is still sitting in her account. So she says, when the National Australia Bank accidentally pays off your entire mortgage and gives you $19 million to withdraw, should I run from the country? I assume she was tempted to do so. But she said ultimately she did not want to go to jail for stealing $19 million. If somebody puts $19 million in your bank accidentally and you say, hey, this doesn't belong to me, then you didn't do anything wrong. If you take the money and start spending it, then you are now perpetrating a theft of money that you know is not yours. It's all what you know in your head and when you know it. Like she didn't know that the money was going to be transferred, but when she knows this is not her money and she starts using it and doesn't tell anybody, now she is committing a crime as well. And she is a lawyer, so so she says in her Twitter post, "I'm a lawyer, which is why I haven't spent the money, mostly because I figured it wouldn't play out that well trying to play dumb on that one." Yeah, probably true. All right, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Oh, there's more to the story. I just changed the page here. So she told her broker that the bank was going to fix the error, but to this day, the money is still sitting in her account. Nobody has taken it. Nobody has fixed the error. The money is still sitting in her account, which leads me to think, if you actually got $19 million, what would you do with it? Would I still be on this show? Absolutely. Why? I like doing it. It's fun for me. I like talking to people. I like helping people. But maybe I would be doing it from a private island somewhere and not from downtown New York City with my whole staff. I'll bring my whole staff with me. All right, 1-800-529-5465. All right, we're going to go to Stanley's been waiting 15 minutes. Stanley, what's up?
Good morning, sir.
Morning, what's up?
If you file for your mother, during the time the filing is taking place, can she travel?
Excuse me, I just took a drink and I went down the wrong pipe. That's what happens on live broadcast. If you file for your mother and she wants to travel, was your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when you say you filed for her, where's your mom?
She's here.
All right, so you did an adjustment of status application for her?
No, I'm thinking about it, but I want to know if she'll be able to travel during that time.
Okay. How long has she been in the United States? I'm going to give you a good answer right now. Let me just find out a little more. How long is she in the United States?
She's not here long enough for me to file yet.
She has been, what, a month, 2 months?
A couple weeks.
Couple weeks, all right. So these are her choices. I'm going to give you 2 choices. You can put in an I-130 visa petition for her. She can go home and wait for her green card back home. And that'll be about a year and change. Okay, but she should not be traveling back and forth while that application is pending. Or, that's option 1. Or 2, you wait 90 days, file an adjustment application for her here. In that adjustment application, you also apply for her work permit and her advanced parole travel document. She would get that about 90 days after you file the adjustment. So she's going to be in the United States for approximately 6 to 7 months before she's able to travel home on an advanced parole travel document back and forth. Those would be your 2 options.
Okay.
All right. So my
Thank you very much, sir.
So if she wants to be in America now, you just has to wait it out and can't travel. If it's more important to travel, and America is not the most important vital thing, file for her, let her go home, but then she's got to wait back home for a little bit. Over a year.
Okay, sir.
All right, you got it?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stanley. Appreciate your call. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. And, you know, on our Facebook feed at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, everybody's going crazy about the tax bill. Nobody commented what they would do with $19 million. I told you what I was going to do. I was going to go buy an island, and everybody who watches our show are just going to come to the island and hang out and do the show on the island. Be like Richard, the guy who owns Virgin Airlines. He has that private island. Richard Branson. Buy Necker Island from him. Is that the name of his island? We'll all live there happily like Robinson Crusoe. All right. 1-800-529-5465. That's the number to call to get on the radio. Kelly Ann from Brooklyn.
Hi, Brad. Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question pertaining to the adjustment of status application.
Right.
The price, if you're concurrently filing, how does it work? Because each form has its own price, which is like roughly over $3,000 if I file them separately.
All right. If you're concurrently filing, meaning that you're filing an adjustment application for you, who else is, who's petitioning you?
My husband.
Okay, so now you have a child, is that it?
No, my child is a U.S. citizen.
Okay, so what is
I'm just the only one out of status.
Oh, so it's just you getting a green card. So there's no concurrent filing. So basically what you're doing is you're filing an I-130 and I-485. Your filing fees in total are going to be $1,760. I'm not sure where you're getting $3,000 from.
Oh, okay. And how many forms do I have to file?
I'm sorry?
How many files do I have to file for this process?
How many files do you have to file?
Forms.
Oh, forms. Okay. You have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay. You're going to do the I-485. That's $1,000.
I-485.
I-485. That's $1,225. You're going to do the I-130 and the I-130A. It's $535. You're going to do an I-864. That's the affidavit of support. No fee on that. You're going to do the I-765. That's the work permit. No fee on that because you're filing the adjustment. You're going to do the I-131, which is the advance parole. No fee on that because you're doing the adjustment. So in total, it's going to be $1,760 in those forms.
Okay. And you do not have to file the Form 601A, correct? For overstaying as a waiver?
No. How'd you come here to the United States?
On a visitor visa.
And how long you been here?
7 months.
And you're married to a citizen?
Correct.
No waiver needed. Now, I will say this. You do not need a waiver. You don't have to do the I-601 or anything of that. Now, I will say this, Kellyanne. I'm sure you are a very bright lady. Okay? I'm not questioning your intelligence in any way, shape, or form. But you're asking me questions that are so basic to the immigration process. And right now, under Donald Trump, maybe not under Barack Obama, but under Donald Trump, when you file this paperwork and you are denied, and obviously this is the first time you're going through this and you're denied, you're in deportation. This is your life here. At the bare minimum, it's not just filling out forms anymore. At the bare minimum, come see me, sit down with me, let me take you through the process so you fully understand it. I can't take you through the process on a 3-minute call on a live digital broadcast or radio show or whatever you're listening to me on. Come see me and then let's figure out, and that way at least you're more comfortable. All right? Hold on one second. Hold on. All right. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. And by the way, that telephone number is the number to the law offices of Spar and Bernstein. It is the telephone number if you want to call to make an appointment to come see me, see any of my fantastic attorneys. It's not only just immigration, it's personal injury, it's criminal defense, it's tax, it's divorce. And the telephone number to call is 1-800-529-5465. Tuan.
Yes, hi, how are you?
How are you, Tuan? Where are you from, Tuan? You're calling me from Queens. Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka?
Yes.
All right. What's happening in Queens? Tuan, what's your question?
My question is, I got married to a citizen and I came to U.S. With CR1 visa. And now I recently applied to remove the conditions on my green card. And I'm on that process right now. So meantime, me and my wife got to an argument and she called cops. I got arrested for domestic violence. And now the district attorney offered me to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. So now my question is, if I plead guilty to disorderly conduct, what will be my process for my citizenship? How long I have to wait? You're going to
wait. Now, you and your spouse are now broken up, I assume. Is that correct?
No. We are living together.
You're still living together. So you had this one bad night, and now you're okay.
Yeah. Because I'm a forgiving person. I don't keep things. I just forgot about it.
Okay, good. That's a good way to live life, because if you think about everything, if you worry about everything that happened in the past, you jump out a window at some point because you drive yourself crazy. You gotta sometimes have blinders on, which is, I guess, a good thing in your case. Now, if you plead guilty to a disorderly conduct and you're removing the conditions of your permanent residence, I'll tell you the good and the bad of all of this. Okay, the good is, if there is any good, there's no good in domestic violence. I'm just saying the good in terms of immigration. It is going to be very easy for you to prove this is a real marriage. And the reason why it's going to be very easy for you to prove it's a real marriage is people in business marriages generally do not get into domestic violence incidents. So the fact that there was a domestic violence incident, the police were called, the police found you and your spouse together in your home, is a lot of good proof that this is a real marriage. The bad news is you're pleading guilty to a disorderly conduct, which is a violation, not a criminal act in the state of New York. So a disorderly conduct is not going to prevent you from renewing your green card. A disorderly conduct is not going to prevent you from traveling outside of the United States and returning to the United States. But what it will do in a domestic violence incident is it may prevent you from becoming a citizen, because you have to be able to prove 3 years good moral character. And the fact that there was a domestic violence incident within the last 3 years would likely, although not 100%, would likely alter the decision by the immigration officer, and they may say you're not eligible to become a citizen. Now, one bad day doesn't make you a bad person, but they take domestic violence very, very seriously. So if you plead guilty to a disorderly conduct, by all means, go file your citizenship. Nothing bad will happen to you. You may become a citizen, you may not become a citizen. Or if you wait 3 years from the date that you pled guilty, and now you have 3 years good moral character, you're still with your spouse, you only had that one incident ever, you're a very forgiving guy, you love each other, bad things happen on, every so often, not everybody's perfect, then you would become a citizen.
Okay, so,
if your criminal defense attorney gets the case dismissed and not a disorderly conduct, because you're like one step away from dismissal because you're at disorderly conduct already. If he can get it dismissed, then you have a much better chance of becoming a citizen. You still have a good moral character issue, but you have a much better chance of becoming a citizen rather than waiting the 3 years.
Yes, but the disorderly conduct which I'm getting without no condition, all time served, no time served.
I understand. It's still a violation. It's not a crime, but it's still a violation.
Oh, still I had to wait 3 years, right? Okay, but
you can renew your. The bottom line is you can renew your green card. You can travel. 50-50 whether you become a citizen. If you got the case dismissed, it would be a lot stronger citizenship case. Worst comes to worst, you wait 3 more years to become a citizen. All right, we got to go to the next caller, Tuan, but thank you very much for calling. All right, hold on if you need help. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Ricky from Coral Springs, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I listened to your radio last week, and I have a son. He's 23 years old. He was in a domestic dispute, and his case was thrown out, but he wanted to travel to Jamaica. Will there be a problem for him to return?
As long as the case was dismissed. The only time you can have trouble traveling back and be put in deportation on a dismissed case is if it's a drug sale. Because then they could say they think that you're a drug trafficker even though you weren't found guilty. Other than that, a domestic case, as long as you're 100% certain, you are 100% certain it was dismissed, he can travel. He should travel with his disposition to show the officer at the airport it was dismissed, because many times when you come in at the initial interview while you're waiting on that line, you go to a little booth, they don't have all the criminal records right there, and they bring you into a secondary room and delay your entrance. So if you have the disposition, it would make you going through customs and immigration a lot quicker and faster. My only worry about telling people it's okay to travel on my broadcast show on Facebook and on my radio show on WVIP 93.5 FM is I don't have the opportunity to actually look at the disposition. So a lot of times people call up and say, yes, my case was dismissed, and it was not dismissed. They believe it was dismissed because they didn't go to jail. They believe it was dismissed because they didn't pay a fine. But a lot of times, you just pay a court fee, and that's a guilty plea to a domestic violence, or that's a guilty plea to an assault, and now all of a sudden you have a problem traveling. So,
nothing like that.
Okay, as long as you know for 100% it was dismissed, then you're okay.
One more quick question: if you file for your citizenship, can you leave out the country?
If you file for you can travel out of the country. You don't have to sit here waiting for your citizenship. Just don't stay out for long periods of time.
No problem, bro.
All right. Thank you, Ricky. 1-800-529-5465. That is the number to call to get on the radio. By the way, our social media guru, Kimberly, who is out with a bit of a, I guess, flu/exhaustion/ I just need a break today type of deal, because her tummy, whatever, all her issues. She's still a trooper, and we're going to be joining her from her apartment in about 5 or 10 minutes from now to answer all your social media questions. So we're going to be joining our social media guru from her bed or bedroom. Maybe she's even under the covers sick with the flu, but she's still going to be reading off your questions. So leave your immigration questions, leave your legal questions, and social media guru will be reading them off sick from her bedroom. She's a trooper, and she'll be joining us via Skype. She texted me, she goes, I'm not going to look very good. I go, you always look good, don't worry. You always look good, social media guru. You look good, social media guru. So leave your questions now, your immigration questions now, because in about, I say, 5 minutes or so, we're going to go to social media guru, and we're going to find her in her bedroom, sick under the covers. If we find her like in Las Vegas partying and she said she was sick and she went off for a 3-day vacation, we're going to be very unhappy here at the Brad Sansui Show. But if we find her sick in her bedroom, then she's okay with me. All right, so the number to call is 1-800-529-5465. You can also join the conversation online at law offices of Spar and Bernstein. They're having a completely different conversation than what I'm even talking about. There's like 2 shows within a show. There's a show where you could listen to me on Facebook at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, David Squeezaniki, USA Credit Repair, Link Up Media, Brad H. Bernstein on Facebook. You could listen to me on WVIP. You could also join a conversation on Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. And the Brad Squad and Team Squeeze, they have their own conversations. They're doing their own show over there while I'm talking live here as I'm watching it and go along. All right, so the telephone number is 1-800-529-5465, and we're going to go to Jasmine. Jasmine.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, I'm doing a K-1 visa, and I have reached a stage of he's going to go do his medical. I just wanted to know, do I have to make an appointment for him to go do his medical, or can he just walk in there?
No, he's going to get an appointment.
Oh, okay.
So what'll happen is about 4 or 5, when they schedule his visa appointment, they're going to put in the package. I did that. Okay. They should have, for a K-1 visa, they should be scheduling the appointment, and they should be going for a medical. They should be telling him, giving him an appointment for the medical.
Okay, that package. You see, after I did the DS-160, I was supposed to get a package. I never received that package.
Okay, fine. So in that package is the visa appointment. Has everything been transferred? Is the visa appointment and the medical? Has everything been transferred to Jamaica? I assume Jamaica. Maybe I'm.
The whole file is in Jamaica.
Okay, all right.
The only thing is that he hasn't got his medical as yet.
How do you know he has an appointment if you didn't receive a package?
Because when I called the embassy, they actually told me to they gave me the website to go online to pay for the visa.
Right.
And that's what I did. And I called them back and I told them, and they said okay. But when I asked them should he do the medical, they turned to me and told me that they don't know because they can't go that deep in the file.
Right. No. Okay. So what'll happen is they're going to schedule an appointment, and you should be getting an appointment by package, and the appointment will be for the visa appointment and the medical. So just hang tight.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's the number for Spar and Bernstein. We're located at 225 Broadway in downtown Manhattan. When you call that number, it's 1-800-LAW-LINK. When you call that number, it is the number to my law firm. And you call that number, you can make an appointment to come see us. You could also just say, hey, want to get on the radio? You can just be saving the number for a rainy day. 1-800-529-5465. In about 3 minutes from now, we are going to go to social media guru, somewhere lying under the covers in her bed, sick as a dog, but she's still going to be answering our immigration questions. Not ours, because I don't have any questions. I got answers. Your immigration questions, so please leave them online right now at Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein, Brad H. Bernstein, David Squeezaniki, USA Credit Repair. 1-800-529-5465 is the number. Let's take one more call, and then we're going to go to Social Media Guru, and then maybe we'll take a break and talk about USA Credit Repair. All right, Rose.
Yes, hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm okay.
What's going on, Rose? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling
Long
in
Island.
Queens.
From Queens?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because this said Long Island, because Long Island's a big place. Queens. What's up?
Okay, so my question is, I've been married for 11 years, Okay. I've been in the United States since 1995. And me and my husband were separated for not, for just, how do you say that? For just kind of like, dispute or whatever, but never been in jail, never been anything.
Okay, so you and you and your husband, you were married 11 years, you and your husband kind of fell out of love. There was no big dispute, there was no big fight or anything, basically, what you're saying. Okay, and now he wants to file for you.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so this is the deal. You gotta be in a bona fide loving marriage today, not in a bona fide loving marriage from a decade ago. Because if your husband files for you and it's a bona fide loving marriage from a decade ago, that's not a bona fide loving marriage today. And you're going to do one of two things. You're going to say, well, we don't live together anymore, and he just wants to help me out, and he's filed for me. Guess what? You're going to get denied, because that's the truth. That's what you're telling me here. You're going to get denied and be put in deportation. Or you're going to walk in and you're going to lie, and you're going to say, we live together today, we love each other today, when that's not the facts. So it's not something that I would suggest you do unless ultimately you and your husband are going to reconcile, live together, and be in love. That's a different story.
No, we cool. Yeah, we're trying.
Okay, cool. So if you are cool, one second. Let's figure out what the word cool means. Okay, all right. You are. I've been doing quotes all day today. I don't know why. If you're watching on Facebook, I keep going cool. All right. I don't know why I do that. But let's figure out. All right. So cool means. This is what cool means to immigration. Cool means to immigration that you and him live together, and at the end of the evening, you share the same pillow, or your pillows are next to each other, and that you share the same economic relationship, meaning that you earn an income, he earns an income. Both of that income goes into a bank account which you share, in which you pay the debts of the marriage, and then which you live off of. That is cool for immigration. Anything less than that ain't cool. Got it? So if you're doing that, then you're good.
But that I would like to speak to you
off the air. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. All right. So we got to find out what she means by cool. All right. We're somewhere between cool and not cool, and there's a very fine line between cool and not cool. And Carol Anderson, the Tiger, says, she's funny. She goes, lady, listen to Brad. And see, anybody else? Anybody else has anything? Cordella Willery loves page 21. We're going to get to page 21 right after we get to social media checking, Cordella. Don't worry, we did not forget it. We did not forget it. And somebody's sick, and Angel is, I don't know which one of the Brad squad is sick, but if you're sick, feel better. Angel said take some honey and tea. They're talking to Kim. They're giving Kim some advice. Okay. All right, so let's find sick media guru. She's SMG. We're not social media guru. She is sick media guru today. There she is, sick media guru from her apartment in Upper Manhattan, right? Is that where your apartment is? Wait, I don't hear you, sick media guru. There you are. Okay. Yeah, sick media guru from Upper Manhattan with a smile on her face. You're still pretty with no makeup, don't worry.
Thank you.
All right. So let's go to social media check-in. Let's do it.
Okay. We actually have a lot of questions from people watching on Brad H. Bernstein today.
Wonderful.
So keep those questions coming.
Let's go.
German would like to know, my friend twice had his N-400 application withdrawn after interview by USCIS officers. What should he do?
He should come see me, because obviously there's a reason why it was withdrawn twice. And obviously he has a problem. And there was a very smart guy by the name of Einstein. And Einstein once said that if you do the same thing over and over again without changing it, that is the definition of insanity. So if your friend is just going to file again and say, I wonder what'll happen, that's insane, according to Einstein. Come see me. Let's figure out why it was denied, and then we can fix it.
Okay, Katrina would like to know, should I get a prenup before marrying my foreign fiancé?
If you have a lot of money to protect, yes. If you don't have a lot of money to protect, no. Depends what you're protecting.
Who should they go to help with
we have a family law attorney by the name of Megan. We call her just Megan, and she's not just a Megan. She's Megan. We started calling her just Megan because it sounded like a TV show. It's coming up soon, just Megan. So no, but she's actually a super lawyer. She was voted into super lawyer. She's a fantastic family and matrimonial lawyer, and give her a call here at Spar & Bernstein.
Michael would like to know, when you file for your adjustment of status, how long does it take to hear from the immigration office?
When you file for an adjustment of status, it's 3 months, but it could be up 3 months for your work permit, but it's taking 4, and it should be 6 months for an interview, but it's taking 9 to 10 months depending on where you live.
Vulcan would like to know.
Vulcan?
I saw
from
Vulcan,
Star Trek?
like from the planet.
From the planet Vulcan. Okay,
yes.
Right. Leonard Nimoy coming back. Okay.
R.I.P. I saw a 601A application where one of the questions on Section 29B asked if you had a final order of deportation you need approved. What does it mean?
It means if you've been ordered deported, you have to check it off. On what application was this?
On the 601A application.
The 601A. That means if you, in other words, there's people who are out of status, who have been ordered deported, who are married to U.S. citizens, who want to go home for a provisional waiver to come back. That's the provisional waiver form. So if you leave just with your provisional waiver, but you've previously been ordered deported and nobody came and arrested you, you're leaving under an order of deportation. You self-deported, so you need a second waiver. That's what it's asking.
And lastly for now, Simone says, my friend is filing for her son for U.S. immigration. He has a drug arrest in England, but the case was dismissed. Will it be a problem to migrate to the U.S.?
Yes. It's going to be a couple things. One, I hate the word migrate because that's what animals do. Okay,
right?
It's to immigrate. Birds migrate, people immigrate. All right, and so that's number one. I just want to change everybody's grammar. I apologize. I'm a grammar person today. Number two, yeah, any drug arrest is a problem because they could, even if it was dismissed, they could say, depending on the facts of that particular case, that he's a suspected drug trafficker. You know, if it was a small amount of marijuana, that's one thing, but if it was a larger amounts of drugs that was dismissed, and it was dismissed because of procedural, not substantive issues, then it could be an issue. So before they move forward, they should definitely see a good lawyer. Luckily for them, Kimberly, even in your bed sick, you're looking at a good lawyer.
Hey, I'm a lucky gal.
Lucky gal. All right, is that it for now, Sick Media Guru?
That is it for right now. I'm sure we'll get more, but that is it for now.
All right, feel better, SMG. And thank you very much for being a trooper and joining us sick from her bedroom in Upper Manhattan. Sick Media Guru, also known as Social Media Guru, also known as Kim Moore. Thank you very much. All right, the telephone number to call, 1-800. Those were your rapid-fire questions of the day on the Brad Sansui Show. The number to call to get on the radio, the number to call to get on Facebook and our social media is 1-800-529-5465. I do have to remind everybody that this show is partially brought to you by USA Credit Repair. USA Credit Repair is a company that proudly sponsors the Spar, this is not the Spar Show, the Brad Sansui Show, even though we are Spar & Bernstein. Spar & Bernstein also partially sponsors this, but USA Credit Repair partially sponsors the Brad Sansui Show. And if your credit is below 700, below, not up, below. Oh, wow, look. I have no hand now. What happened to my hand? Ah! Okay, if it's below 700, you need to call USA Credit Repair, and the telephone number to call is 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-872-7177. I am going to give you a citizenship question right now. If you call USA Credit Repair with the answer to this citizenship question, and because Squeeze isn't here, I'm going to come up with the easiest question, okay? If you call USA Credit Repair with this easy citizenship question, you will get free credit repair for 30 days. And the citizenship question of the day for USA Credit Repair to get your free credit repair is name the president who was the president during the Civil War. Who was our president of the United States during the Civil War? It is in the news right now, a little bit, because of the Robert E. Lee statues that are coming down in the Ku Klux Klan protests and neo-Nazi protests. Those guys love us here, the neo-Nazis. They love the Spar. They love the Brad and Squee show, the neo-Nazis. One of our top groups that love us. Now they hate us, actually. Yeah. So who was the president? Who was the president during the Civil War? If you call USA Credit Repair at 1-800-872-7177, that's 1-800-872-7177, and you know the answer, you will get free credit repair for 30 days. 1-800-872-7177. And if you don't know the answer, I will announce it. For those few who don't, I will announce it right before the end of our show. USA Credit Repair, our proud sponsors, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. Your credit's below 700. Call them now. Free credit repair if you know the answer to who was the president during the Civil War. He wore a big hat, had a big beard. People thought he was a Hasidic Jew, but he wasn't. And it wasn't Jewish at all. 1-800-872-7177. All right, let's go to Aaron in Manhattan. Aaron.
Yeah, good morning, Brad.
Good morning. What's up? Sure.
Two quick questions. If I'm having a Jamaican passport and an American passport, is it okay for me to travel to Jamaica on the Jamaican passport and return to the U.S. on the U.S. passport?
That's exactly how you should do it. So when you go to Jamaica, they welcome you home as a Jamaican, and when you come back to America, they welcome you home as an American.
Beautiful.
All right.
Next question.
Yes.
What is the process in getting a fiancé visa?
You have to file an I-129F petition. You got to prove that you and your fiancé have met, are in a real relationship, and that you intend to marry her, and she's free to marry you, and you're free to marry her, and you intend to marry her within 90 days of her entry into America. But the first step is the I-129 and prove the relationship.
Okay. You handle all of that?
I handle it all. That's what I do for a living.
Okay.
This and yell on a radio show and a broadcast show now. That's what I do for a living.
All right.
Thank you. Hold on one second. All I have in my life is the words that come out of my mouth and the knowledge I have in my brain. Beyond that, I'm really not talented at much. 1-800, what am I doing? I was about to yell out the USA Credit Repair number. Sometimes I get confused. 1-800-529-5465. Obviously, USA Credit is 1-800-872-7177. But the number to Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LAW-LINK. Let's go to, who is this? DeWater in Chantilly, Virginia? Did I get that right? DeWater?
Hello.
DeWater.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. Where are you from, DeWater, originally?
I'm from Nepal.
You're from Nepal? Okay.
Yeah.
What is your question from Chantilly, Virginia?
I have a quick question, like...
You have a what?
Me and my wife, we came to Virginia, or to U.S. 2 months ago.
Right.
As a, diversity visa lottery.
You won the visa lottery?
Yes.
Okay.
But at the time I won, I was played by single.
You were what?
I played the diversity visa lottery by myself only.
Okay. You came to the United States by yourself only from the visa lottery. It's the diversity visa.
No.
What?
No. While I played, while I was selected, I was alone by myself. And after that, I got married.
Ah, okay. So you got married. You got married after you won the lottery.
Yeah, after we won
so
the
then
lottery.
you can't. So then you can't include your spouse then at that point.
And me and my wife both came to U.S.
Oh, you did. They included you. Okay, fine. Okay, great.
But the problem is, we had our child before marriage.
You had a son before marriage.
Yeah, but we could not add her in our case.
How old is she?
She is around 1 year and a half.
How old?
1 year and a half.
She's a year and a half, and you couldn't. Of course, you could include her. Maybe you didn't have enough affidavit of support, but she could be included.
Like, we could not include her because I played the lottery by myself, so.
You could absolutely include that 1.5-year-old child, unless the child was born after you got your visa. Was the child born after you got the visa or before?
No, before.
Okay, then you can be included. Something went wrong. Hold on, I can help you, okay? Hold on. You can absolutely include that child. That child was alive when they got their visa. You can absolutely include it. All right, Ryan.
Hello?
Hi, Ryan.
How are you?
Good, what's up?
Yeah, I just have a question. So, like, last week my VAWA was approved, and I got a letter saying that I should go ahead and apply for my adjustment of status.
Yes.
So I just want to know, what are my odds of getting that approved?
Very good, unless you have some inadmissible offense. Your VAWA was approved. You're eligible to adjust unless you have a criminal record or you're some undesirable person. Are you undesirable to America?
No, absolutely not.
Then you're fine. The odds of getting approved are astronomically high, 99.9%.
One more question.
Yeah.
Is it a guarantee that I'm going to have to do an interview or no?
Guarantee. A guarantee, 100% guarantee. You will need an interview. And if you want a good lawyer to go with you on the interview, I don't know if you're listening on WVIP or watching on Facebook. Hold on. You're listening.
I'm watching on Facebook.
All right, then you're looking at a good lawyer. Hold on 1 second. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to, I don't know who this is, but somebody in Washington, D.C. Sean in Washington, D.C.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a current green card holder. My green card is due to expire in 2021. I'm still married to my husband. We're about to celebrate our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, mazel tov.
However, before we got married, I had been in the country for 10 years. I was on an 03 visa. I was previously married, and then when I got a divorce, I fell out of status and I remained in the country.
Okay.
I was still given a green card.
Right.
However, she actually gave me a 10-year green card as well. When I went in for my interview, I was pretty pregnant. So anyway, I got a 10-year green card instead of the 2-year conditional.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because maybe immigration made an error. And if they made an error, it's your obligation to fix it. When you got your green card, were you married to your second husband for more than 2 years?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so this is the deal. Immigration screws this up all the time. If you got your green card and you were married for less than 2 years to your current husband, you should have gotten a 2-year conditional green card, and they issued you the wrong green card. So when you go to travel down the line, they'll let you in because they won't know the difference. But when you go to do your citizenship or you go to renew your green card, they're going to say, wait a second, you're not a lawful resident. You're living here illegally because you got the wrong green card. And you're going to say, what are you talking about? I've had this green card for 10 years. And they're going to say, too bad. Even though we screwed up, the obligation's on you to fix it. So if the first thing you got to do is look at the date of your marriage and then look at the date that your permanent residence was approved on your green card. If it's less than 2 years, you got to fix that. If it's more than 2 years, fabulous. You got a 10-year card for life. Now.
Oh, wait. So I got married in 08 and the card was issued in 11.
Okay, so it's more than 2 years. That's why you got your 10-year card. So you're good.
Okay.
So,
all right. So here's my question.
So now what's your question?
Every time I come in and out of immigration, I get pulled over for the secondary screening.
Why?
Every single time.
Why?
I don't know.
They don't like British women?
Well, I also have a previous arrest on my record,
that's
so
why.
I think that might be it.
Okay, what was the previous arrest for?
It was for disturbing the peace. It was in Miami in 20.
All right, so
I don't remember the year, but I just
it was some drunken night you had, and the police came. I got it. All right.
However, I just had that expunged from my record.
But it still comes up by immigration. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know that.
All right, so do your citizenship. You've been living here. Wait, are you British?
Yeah.
Okay. Do your citizenship because you can be a dual citizen between Great Britain and the United States. You've been living here for 10 or more years already. You can do your citizenship. The case from 20 years ago is not going to harm you in terms of becoming a citizen, and then you won't have any.
That's why I was worried about.
No. And then you won't have any problem. And if you need help with your citizenship, I'm here to help you. So hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. And lo and behold, everybody, we're coming to the end of our show. Wow, that went fast. I'm going to have to gargle some salt water before the 12 o'clock show. But that went by pretty good. All right, so for everybody on hold who couldn't get through, you can hold on and speak to Fiona. And she can make appointments if you want to make a consultation with me. For those of you who are thinking of making a consultation, call 1-800-529-5465. For those of you who require really good personal injury attorneys, we just settled a case for over $4 million. Pretty good. 1-800-529-5465. Criminal defense. You see our criminal defense guys all the time. 1-800-529-5465. Megan and Kristen in our family law department. 1-800-529-5465. Carmel in our tax department. 1-800-529-5465. This is a full-service law firm. The law office is Spar and Bernstein. Even though we help immigrants in every category that they need help in, because we are going to help you get your right to the American dream too. Tune in at 12.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.
What are you doing?